Mercedes-AMG Interview Lounge.
And we welcome Sebastian Maniscalco.
Wow. So excited to be here. I had one of the best times I've ever had on radio last time I did your show, so thank you for inviting me back.
We're going to change all that right now.
All right.
All right, let me go ahead and talk about the fight you started in the room before you even walked in the room. May I quote Sebastian? He said, "You know what bothers me? People who wait in line for sneakers."
Oh, we got some sneakerheads in here? Oh, here
I
we
will
go.
wait in line for sneakers.
So Gandhi's like, screw him.
I don't even want to talk to you or look at you
I'm
now.
so sorry.
Now, what is it about people who wait in line for sneakers? What's your problem?
I see it. I'm just bothered a lot by little things in life. So in LA, sneakers are really a big deal, as they are everywhere. But on this one street, I often go down and I go, what is this? What are they doing? And I'll pull over. What are you doing? Oh, we're waiting for sneakers.
That's exactly how I say it.
That ain't weird. I mean, they're set up. They got a hibachi grill.
Yeah.
They bring their own seats. It's like I don't get it.
Because they're limited edition. I mean, you know.
Whoa!
Hey, you don't need to wait because you got people.
You got people.
I wouldn't even if I'm not having any people go in line and wait for sneakers.
But
for
wait,
me.
to be fair, people wait in line for Sebastian Maniscalco
That's
tickets.
better.
How about that?
What if a guy on his way to his sneaker line says, "What are you guys in line for?" Thinking it's sneakers. They go, "Oh, we're waiting in line for Sebastian tickets." Oh.
I will throw
I'll
an
be
egg
at
at
the
them.
sneaker
You're right.
line
When
if
you put
need
it
me.
that way, I'm sorry.
It's fine.
I have to tell you, what we do for a living, we usually, if we're at the Garden or wherever, we're hosting concerts, this and that. We rarely get to sit down and enjoy a show. Last time you were here, I was like, I got to go. So my fiance, Alex, and I went to see your show, and we had the best night.
Oh, good. I'm glad you enjoyed it.
We just laughed our asses off. It was just hilarious. And so just thank you. Thank you for the
Oh,
great
no.
nights you give everyone who comes to see
That
you.
was very nice of you. That was one of the biggest highlights of my career, doing the Garden and having my family there. I brought my father up on stage, which he was shocked. He had no idea I was going to do that, so I brought him up, and then afterwards he was like, I go, how was it? He goes, I can't believe it. I didn't even see anybody. It was like a blur to me. So I think he was shocked.
People don't know that. People don't know when you're on stage, you really don't see anyone. It's all light.
Yeah, you don't really see anybody in like the 3 or 4 rows. That's all you kind of see.
Which is good because you were really razzing your wife's family that night.
They were there, yeah.
Well, no, so it's good you can't see them.
Yeah, if I saw them, I might hold back a little bit. But everybody's been a great sport, making fun of the family, not only my family, but my wife's family. It's all in good fun. So, although they didn't invite me for Thanksgiving dinner this year.
I wonder why.
Hey, something I noticed, though, is every once in a while, and this tends to happen at great comedians' shows, people were screaming out bits they wanted you to do. Like,
Yeah.
dude, company's coming.
Yeah.
The bit where company's coming. And I know you don't like that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of like the requests. I'm not a band. But it's flattering. It's flattering when people do it. I like to kind of have control of where I'm going in the show and not have the audience dictate what they want to hear. So when I hear that, I'm like,
Well, I mean, in your business, a lot of people were drinking because I know we were drinking. We were
gone.
We were twisted by the time you hit the stage, and then I noticed that if people, when you're doing a show, be it the Garden or a small club, you have hecklers.
Mm-hmm.
People love to get drunk and just give the crap to whoever's on stage. What is your way of handling hecklers? You got to have like a special system or something.
I don't get it a lot, although there was someone in a casino that was giving the opener a hard time. So I have an ear to the audience when I'm backstage, and I kept hearing this guy go, whoa, 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 whoa. And I go, oh, that's going to be a problem. This was at another casino. I think it was Bethlehem in Bethlehem, Pennsylvania.
Right.
And then I got out there, and he started in with the woo-woos. I go, guy, listen, if this is going to happen the whole show, we're going to have to get rid of you. And sure enough, the next joke, woo-woo-woo! And then my key word is, aren't you embarrassed? And then that's when security takes the person.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that your safe word?
Yeah, that's your safe word.
Embarrassed.
Yeah. So if you ever come to my show and you hear "Aren't you embarrassed?" that's the key word
It's the
too.
safe word.
Okay.
Yeah.
My safe word in bed is deeper.
This is a family show.
No, it's a family of pervs. By the way, if you're just turning us on, Sebastian Maniscalco is here. We've got a lot to cover. We got to talk about hosting the MTV VMAs.
Yeah.
Which, okay, that's that. I mean, don't you like doing new things? This is happening Monday night?
Yeah.
This is Monday night.
Are you
yeah.
nervous?
Yes.
You really?
Yeah.
Have you
I would-
hosted something like this before?
Never. This is so out of my wheelhouse, but that's why I took it. It's a challenge for me. It's exciting. But yeah, it's something I've never done before, so it's going to be interesting. Different demographic, very skews younger. So
Do they tell you to stay away from certain things? Like, hey, don't joke about this. Don't do this.
no, I haven't had any instructions on what I can and cannot say.
Oh,
They
that's
want
good.
an unfiltered view of the VMAs through my eyes, and that's what they're going to get.
Wow. Oh, boy.
I'm so excited. I can't
It's so
wait.
funny because sometimes you'll watch one of your favorite artists or comedians host an award show, and the next day it's either God, that was great, or it's like, ooh, God,
Yeah.
bless, man, that
Yeah.
stunk.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you.
Well,
No pressure.
now that you put it that way, can't wait to do it.
And for the first year, the MTV
In
VMAs
Jersey.
are in New Jersey,
Yeah.
Prudential Center.
Yes, yes.
A lot of music came out of Jersey.
A lot of music. So yeah, they're going to celebrate New Jersey in the music industry. So yeah, it's. I saw the set. It looks outstanding, and we have some really, really cool artists
Do
performing.
you rehearse for that? Like, Lizzo will go in and do a sound check. Like, how would you rehearse?
Yeah,
for something?
I go in and I do a walkthrough. I do a bit of a rehearsal, kind of like a show run to see how it's going to work. But the material I've kind of tested here and there in comedy clubs. But it's kind of hard to do just because, you don't want to say, hey, this is my VMA set. Act like we're in New Jersey. So I kind of like weave it into my current act.
Are you pressured about what you're going to wear? Because the VMAs, there's like a lot of cool stuff. Cool sneakers. People wait in
Yeah,
line
but you
for.
have a great shoe game. You always have good sneakers on.
Oh,
or
look at these
shoes
boots
on.
he's
I
wearing.
got a nice suede boot on.
Show
Yeah.
Danielle your boot.
Let me see that.
Look at
boot.
this. Danielle's
Oh, those
gonna-
are cute.
Danielle
I
made
like
proud of
those.
those.
I waited in line a long time for these.
I'm sure you did.
Liar.
Hey, by the way, loved you in Green Book. That was,
Thank you.
when I saw Sebastian Maniscalco in Green Book, I'd never seen you do that acting thing,
Yeah,
and not like that. And I was, whoa.
wasn't a stretch. I mean,
No,
come
what?
on, I played me.
I know. But I know it's a little different than when you have a live audience and when you're in front of a bunch of cameras. But when The Irishman comes out, that's going to be great. Now you do play a different type of character in The Irishman
Yes.
than you,
Yes, I play a mobster,
Yeah.
which is like a dream come true
a
for
murderer.
me.
killer?
Yeah, crazy. I'm crazy. I'm nuts. In this movie, so it's I haven't seen the movie yet, so I'm as excited as everybody else to see what this looks like.
In the heavyweights that were part of this film.
Yeah, I mean De Niro, Pesci, Keitel, Pacino, Scorsese's directing. I went in. I had a wig. They put a wig on me, and they're like, Mr. Scorsese would like to see. This is before we started shooting. What you look like in the wig, and
That's so pervy.
and I walked in, and we sat and we talked for a half hour, and I walked out, and the wig people were like, well, what do you say about the wig? I go, you didn't even mention the wig. I go, I think he thought that was my hair.
Describe the wig. I mean, what does it look like?
It's kind of like a mascagna. It's like a it's like comb back. It's kind of like my hair, but more.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
brown
And
wig.
I got to ask you something. You're working your ass off, obviously, because I follow you online. I know you're always working, doing films, doing MTV Video Music Awards, doing your show. Are things as funny to you now as they were when you first started doing stand-up?
Yeah, that's a good question. Yes, they are. I mean, I always find the humor in whatever I'm doing, whether it's, I went to the Oscars and I fell down some stairs at the Oscars, which in my tuxedo, the night of the Green Book, trying to get on stage. I was seated up in the third balcony, and I was trying to get on the first floor to go on stage to get the award. And I was going down the stairs, and I fell down 19 steps.
Oh,
and
you counted on the way down?
well, I estimated.
Okay.
So I didn't make it. I didn't get on stage to get the award. I mean, they had everybody up. There was like 43 people up there, and of course my father's calling me. Where are you? You know, like he's wondering where I am, and I'm like, well, I just fell down the stairs and I couldn't get in. So
Maybe
There
if
you
you would
have
have
it.
had some good sneakers, you wouldn't have fallen.
Maybe.
Oh, here she goes. She's really pissed off.
He's
at you.
gonna have you removed. What's that word
I know,
again?
you're embarrassing.
I am
aren't
not
you
embarrassed.
embarrassed? Aren't you embarrassed?
But the thing that just draws me into you is just you talking about your father, talking about your family.
Yeah.
And then you can mix that in with your other life too, falling down the staircase at the friggin' awards.
Yeah.
It's great. I can't wait to see you again at the Garden. I mean, I know you're still out on the road doing your thing.
Yeah. I don't know. New York, I'm putting on ice for a little bit just because I was just here in January, so I gotta have some time to like accumulate some more material before I come into the New York area again. So yeah, I don't know what's next for me in this market. I don't know if it's another Garden. I'd like to do something different every time I come back. You know, I did the Beacon, the Radio City, the Garden. You know, maybe we'll do Central Park.
Yeah, why not? Sell it out. Standing room only. You Bother Me is the name of the tour, right?
You Bother Me, yeah, starts in September. So yeah, there's a lot of things that bother me, and I'm gonna.
What bothers you? Like what bothers you?
I don't know. I mean,
Other than people who wait in line for sneakers.
yeah, on the way here, a guy, you know, I don't get this whole like, let's take my shoes and socks off on the airplane, and then
Skanky.
and then walk to the bathroom barefoot. I don't know.
That's disgusting.
Bothers
that's
me.
Yeah, that is nasty. Ugh.
All right. As long as I can get a full night of that with you, that's cool. I
Yeah,
love that.
it's more of that, and plus my father.
Yeah, your dad, very important.
Your dad's just a whole stand-up routine in itself.
Oh, he loves it. He loves that he's part of the routine. My mother's actually kind of feels slighted because I don't talk about her a lot in the act. So she's like, people think you know, I'm dead. You know, can you mention me every once in a while?
Hello. So when you got the call from Jerry Seinfeld saying, "Hey, let's do comedians in cars getting coffee,"
Yes.
but you were on a Vespa, which I think was very unique.
Yeah.
The thing is Jerry invited you and your wife out to dinner with Jerry and his wife that night, but we never found out how the night went.
Well, actually,
How was dinner?
my wife wasn't with me, but we did go to Jerry's. I went to Jerry's house for dinner, and it was. I mean, you know, some of these things that happen. Like I watched this guy growing up. I remember first seeing him, I think, on a Jerry Lewis telethon. He was doing some type of charity thing, and the fast forward, you know, and now I'm having dinner with the guy at his house. It was just surreal for me. I mean, he's a great guy. He's given me a lot of props, and I forgot what we had. I think it was like a chicken.
She's a great cook.
She's fantastic. The whole family's great.
There you go.
Yeah.
Look at that. You wake up one day and you're having dinner at Jerry Seinfeld's
Crazy.
house. It doesn't go to your head, does it? Does it like
No,
hit
I mean,
your
listen,
ego a little bit?
no,
It wouldn't mind.
no. There's nothing. You know, I don't have an ego about anything. I just I'm a guy who happens to be funny, and I'm getting to do a lot of great things. But you know, it's been 21 years doing this, so it's been a lot of struggle, and I'm grateful for everything that's happening to me, not only professionally but personally as well. Got a little baby.
You just had a new
Yeah,
baby.
how's the
arrive.
baby?
Baby's great. They asked me. I was in charge of taking my son to get circumcised. Right?
How'd that go?
I didn't know how I was going to take to it, but it was kind of traumatic for him. And before they did it, they turned to me. He's like, "Do you want to save the foreskin?" And I'm like, "I'm good.
Yeah.
I don't know who's taking that home in a Ziploc bag."
Make a Christmas ornament out of that.
Yeah, what do you do?
tree.
Like save it, and then when he's 18, like here's the rest. I mean, I don't know what people are doing with it, but apparently that's a thing.
Not for you.
No, I mean, I you know, no.
So they threw it away.
Yeah, they
So
threw that
somewhere in a
away.
Trash can is your son's foreskin.
Yes.
Does it bother you?
No, no, that's where it belongs.
Okay.
You don't want to freeze it?
No.
It's not like a wedding cake
Yeah.
you eat a year
You
later.
eat it in a year? Like,
No,
what the
well,
hell?
no, don't make Gandhi vomit. This is not good. Sebastian Maniscalco, of course, you got to watch him. Next time you'll see him, of course, on the VMAs Monday night on MTV at 8/7 Central. And just on behalf of everyone in this room, we love what you do. Just keep doing it. You can do all the movies you want, all the award shows, but as long as we can see you on a stage talking about you and your family and your life, we'll always be your number one fan.
Oh,
so
thanks.
thank you.
That's
Yes.
never going away. I'll always do stand up. Yeah.
Make sure you include the foreskin bit.
Yeah, I might put that in the
Start
act.
screaming at the stage, do the foreskin bit. And then you'll tell me I'm embarrassed.
No. I'll do it for you. I'll
I'll get kicked out. Sebastian Maniscalco.
Thank you.
The Mercedes AMG Interview Lounge.